Katie Ledecky just swam a mile almost as fast as I walk a mile. It was so damn close, and it's a 1,600 meter, right?
Dude, that's forever. How fast? How long did it take her to swim a mile?
It took her like 15 minutes.
Are you serious?
It's bananas.
I literally cannot run a mile that fast.
And she's just, you've watched her swim before in the long distance things. It's like she'll do it. The last 100 meters, she has already lapped a few of the other countries.
And
these are Olympic level athletes. It's not like me and you out there puddling around, Old Hickory Lake.
Right.
These are people that are the best in the world, and she is just, hi, as she goes by them,
Yeah.
And
girl.
She has huge shoulders.
Big shoulders.
Yeah. She's a badass. I guess she's the number 2 greatest all time in the world behind Michael Phelps. Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Good company to be in.
Yeah. How does he's out there with Snoop Dogg. You think they getting high?
Oh my gosh. They're so high.
Have you seen that?
Did you see that special they did last night during the women's finals,
No.
gymnastics finals?
No.
Did you see him? You didn't see him swimming in the pool together?
No, I was asleep on the couch.
Snoop took all his clothes off and he was swimming and he's all worn out and Phelps is just going like this. And whoops, lapping Snoop.
Oh,
Snoop's going as fast as he can.
It's like he didn't even get down to the other end and pulled over to the side and was like, I can't. For shizzle,
Yeah.
I had a friend that ran track in high school, and his my wife ended up running the Nashville Marathon years later, and the guy that won the Nashville Marathon, his splits for every mile throughout the entire marathon were faster than my friend ever ran a mile in high school.
It's bananas.
Insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm of the thought that we need one person in there that's normal to compete.
Are you volunteering?
I don't think I could do it. I
You're going to be the swimmer?
I doggy paddle down there. I can swim.
Yeah.
I love swimming. I don't want to swim hard.
Can you do 16 laps?
I would die. It's at 32.
Dude, this summer camp I went to when I was a kid, we had to swim a mile at the end of the summer camp. I did it like in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was playing basketball in high school, we were in the college, gymnasium, so they had an Olympic-sized pool. And the coach afterwards was like, we're going to swim today afterwards. We're going to swim some laps. I'm like, well, this is a stupid idea, but let's go, Daddy. I had a pool growing up. And then I got in there and I swam from one end to the other as hard as I could. And you get that tired where your eyes start to shut down. I think it's called exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Extreme
pretty close
exhaustion.
to that. Yeah. Old Dad shut her down. Number 2 was pumping mud. Had to shut him down. Pull that hose out of the pond,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Welcome to Twangtown. I am David Tolliver.
And I am Colt Mirsky.
Tall Brewski.
And today we have with us Adam Wood.
Give it to him.
Thank you so much.
That's an extra long one, dude.
Yeah, because Adam's special. We've known Adam a long time, and he's a dear friend of ours, and he has gracefully joined us today on the Twangtown podcast.
Thank you so. I've been waiting for the call. I knew we'd hit the bottom of the barrel eventually, and it came up so much quicker than I expected it to.
We had people cancel, and we just couldn't find anybody else.
I hear you.
No.
Now, whenever I get a cancellation, my go-to is I start scrolling through all my text chains, and
you were in
I had recently texted you, and I was like, I like Adam. Adam would be fun on the podcast, and then you're like, yeah, I'm in. I'm like, okay, well, don't make it so easy next time.
So if you want to be on the Twangtown podcast, just send your text requests to
just request me via text, and
right.
We'll add you to the top of the barrel.
Yeah. Yeah. All my friends, come on here. Come on and talk to us.
Yes.
Talk to us about Nashville and stuff. Where are you from, Adam?
North Alabama, right outside Muscle Shoals.
Oh, the Florence area?
So I'm actually from, I have to be specific about this because my friends back home get upset when I say I'm from Muscle Shoals because I'm not actually from Muscle Shoals.
That's just churching it up, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm from a mountain called Colbert Heights.
There's no mountain down there.
And there is.
No.
I had to learn how to drive down it the steep way when I was 16, and it was scary. But I'm from Colbert Heights, which is in Tuscumbia, which is just right across. It's real close to Muscle
It's a
Shoals.
lot of Native American words in there.
Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Sheffield. They're the Tri-Cities. Florence is on the other side of the river. I went to college in Florence.
To North Alabama.
University of North Alabama.
University of North Alabama.
Go Lions.
Brad Chrysler went to North Alabama.
True.
Also, John Paul White.
Brad Chrysler taught a studio class that I was in when I was in college.
Really?
Yeah. He was
Brad,
my professor. I did a project. This was about the time that I'm just going to throw Brad Chrysler under the bus here. It was about the time that
I like it.
yeah.
he really started having some success in Nashville. So he only showed up for class about half the time and had the gall to give me a C on my project.
What a jackass.
I know.
That's not a hillbilly deluxe.
Never.
Oh,
look what happened there.
Look at that. Brad and I wrote at EMI together. And he was, I couldn't never tell if he was sincere or just an asshole. You know what I mean? He had that personality where you didn't know if he was screwing with you.
Well,
But sometimes he wasn't, but sometimes he was.
that C on my project definitely leans me towards
Who does that remind me of? I can't quite
Me?
put my finger on
You
it.
can tell when I'm screwing with you because I screw with everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't tell if you're being sincere.
I'm never sincere. I am never 100% not sincere. Yeah.
This is the first podcast I've ever done, by the way, and this is like I've been worried about this. I knew this day was going to come. I have this nasty, nasty habit of accidentally saying exactly what I mean,
That's perfect.
and so I started thinking. I was like, "There's no upside to this for me. All I can do is say the thing that ends my career."
Are you saying it's like singing the national anthem?
Ooh,
So you do it if you
yeah.
didn't say Ingrid Endress at all. Bless her heart.
I could have sworn you said that.
No,
sounded
it's
just
one
like
of
it.
those things where if you do it perfectly, nobody gives a shit. But if you Ingrid it, then everybody cares.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Someone said there's no benefit to singing the national
I
anthem.
will never do it again.
Because if you sing it amazing, like Stapleton did
Whitney
for
Houston.
the Super Bowl or whatever he did it on, amazing, right?
Yeah.
Wow, he killed that.
Yeah.
Did nothing for his career other than getting a few likes on.
You don't really
socials.
get United States endorsements.
But if you bomb it,
yeah.
career killer.
Yeah.
Right. I am one soundbite away from unemployment here.
Yeah, it sounds like this.
It's like Daniel Tosh. I love that dude. And I wish
funny.
I would love to meet him. I have such a man crush on him just because he don't give a shit.
None.
And he's like, so I wrote a career-ending letter. Do you want to hear it? Dear Jews. And he stopped. It's like, yeah.
That's it.
I've been very close before, Adam. It's okay.
I'm sure.
No, somehow I'm still here. No,
And if you do say anything bad, we can edit it out, but I'm probably not going to.
not going
Right.
to at all. No,
Because editing sucks.
I assume your editing staff is slim.
Yeah, it's one person.
I don't really do anything except talk.
David shows up, smiles.
I help set up the stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I do my best.
It's okay.
So, what did you do growing up in the mountains of North Alabama?
So I was the music kid from a young age.
Yeah,
Like that was, I remember
in the town or in your family.
kind of in my town, in my part of in my little corner of the world. So it was all music and all basketball. That's all I was concerned with in the world.
Did you play the basketball?
I did play the basketball through high school and stuff like that, and it was like my joy. It would be 100 degrees in the summer, and then we would go out and play from sun up till sundown. Just chug a 3-liter Sprite and you're good to go.
And we never understood why the old dudes would be like, "I can't believe you out here playing. This is crazy."
We would rig
Think nothing about it.
We would rig a garden hose to the top of the backboard.
Yeah.
And just leave the hose on spraying and then play play basketball in the water the whole time.
Wow,
It's
y'all
good.
was rich down there, dude.
We had it figured out.
Yeah. Same thing growing up.
Yeah.
So you played music. What was the first instrument you started playing?
Violin, believe it or not.
What?
Yeah. So I remember.
you?
I distinctly remember this. So my mother answered the yellow kitchen, phone on the wall, the one
with the cord,
with the 50-foot coily cord on the end of it.
crinkly cord.
Yeah.
And it was a friend of my dad's who was teaching violin lessons, and she goes, "Hey, are you interested in taking violin lessons?" And it was something to do, so I was like, "Sure, let's do that." So
I don't think most kids would just voluntarily volunteer.
Volunteer?
Yeah.
dude, I would.
Is that redundant?
Ish.
I was like a doer when I was a kid. Like I would sign me up. I'm ready to go.
Well, how old were you when that opportunity arose?
I was like 5 at that time, but that went all the way through high school.
Playing violin at 5?
Started playing violin at 5. So they wouldn't hand me a real violin at first because they had to teach you how to hold it. Right. So they took like a Bluebell butter box and put like a paint stir on the end of it.
I need to see this.
And taught me how to hold it.
Do you still have this?
Oh, absolutely not.
Could you recreate it?
Oh, sure.
We should definitely
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Little contact paper, a little.
Yeah.
We always knew he was smart, but we didn't know he was playing violin at 5 years old. Smart.
Well,
Right?
Here's the thing. So I took
Were
violin.
your parents Asian?
Yes.
Redheaded Asians.
Little known fact, but no.
There's a little sector.
Red hair, you could have fooled me.
So
So about your red hair.
I got sidetracked thinking about the North Alabama Asian population.
Oh shit!
No, so I found out pretty quickly that I was good at like the creative, like playing by ear side of music, and not at all the other side. Because violin is one of those things where they want you to read the music, they want you to understand, and I would just, I didn't really understand this part. Will you play it for me real quick? And the instructor would play it for me, and then I would just play it back to him. And that
They're like 9, 9, 9.
They're not Asian Germans.
They might be.
No, negative. They could be.
They teamed up in the World War. I don't know.
Is that even a thing? I don't know. Would it freak you out if some little Asian dude walked up, you speaking German?
I don't know if freak out is the right word, but I would probably take a video or something.
Yeah, it'd be like a head tilt, like a dog.
It's like it's a unicorn. I think they call those people unicorns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, squirrel. Hey, would you care for a Reese's medal? Reese's medal for those who meddle without meddling. I don't know. So just go ahead.
There it is.
Terrible.
Man, we've got 3.
We need more.
We're strong.
Can you get us plugins for our little plug box?
Oh yeah, we can figure that out.
Can you help us upgrade our plug-in game?
Can you,
Do you need
jailbreak?
you need an eagle scream. You need a
Dude, yes. Where have you been?
Dude, greatest idea of all time. Quah, quah. Yes. We need a Ronald Reagan and an eagle scream.
What's a Ronald Reagan?
Which is what a Ronald saying something Ronald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. When I think of American Eagles, I think of Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I heard he was a good president. I remember him.
He was probably hatched out of a bald eagle egg.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He knows Mike Curb. Mike Curb knew him.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
They're homies.
Yeah, they play that. Come on, dude. That was good. I mean, that was Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that.
Homie don't play
but
that.
But Homie does play that.
Yeah. Speaking of playing that, Adam, we were talking about you playing the violin.
Keeping it on. That was pro level podcasting right there.
Yeah. That's some of my best work right there.
Yeah. So I played violin through, most of elementary school, and I would play at the, student, meetings in the cafeteria and stuff like that. And I wasn't great, but I could fake my way through it pretty well, which is going to be a common theme of the rest of the,
I think we
the
all
rest
are.
of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's found us out yet.
Yeah.
And then somewhere around, 3rd or 4th grade, I kind of put down the violin and started taking piano lessons. And it was pretty much the exact same thing, no technical proficiency, just figure it out by ear and play it back and get through the class.
Yeah.
And then when I was about 13, my dad put a guitar in my hands and taught me 3 chords. He taught me how to play You Are My Sunshine.
Wow.
Amazing.
And I immediately took those 3 chords and rearranged them and wrote my own song with them.
Really?
100%. It was the most natural thing in the world to do. I was like, well, I know how these work. I can do my own stuff with it now. So
What'd you write?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Just
little
just
ditty?
a different. Yeah.
A little ditty.
And then my dad it's kind of funny. My dad was, this part's not funny, but my dad was sort of in and out of my life a lot growing up. It's sort of funny. My dad was in and out of my life growing up, but he he put a guitar in my hands, taught me 3 chords, and then it kind of went on one of those times where he was away for about a year. I didn't see much of him.
Yeah.
And in that meantime, I was like, you know what? I'm really going to show him. I'm going to learn how to play this guitar, and when he comes back, he'll be so impressed. So I worked, all year long. Like the first song I learned was "You Are My Sunshine." The second song I learned was "Tears in Heaven." Like I was
Holy
like,
shit.
I was like, we're gonna do this thing.
That's a big jump.
So my dad comes back into town about a year later. He goes, "Hey, did you bring back that guitar I let you borrow?" And I said, "Yeah, but I said I got something to tell you. I've been practicing. I can probably play better than you can now." And he said, "Well, I hope so. I taught you the only 3 chords I know." True story. There was no reserve of talent. He learned 3 chords. He taught me 3 chords, and that was it.
Wow.
Okay.
He's like, I'm done here. That's all you need, really, honestly.
Yeah.
So maybe if you want to get dramatic, to a 4th, a 6th minor in there somewhere.
And then once I sort of picked up a guitar and started playing guitar, it was learned just enough that I can write my own songs with it, that I can do my own stuff. That was always the minute I learned a trick, it's like, okay, well, how can I use that trick?
You were like 13 years old when you started doing this?
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Right?
It's like I was such a loser.
This is so useless.
This is not the story that Nashville likes, by the way. Nobody in Nashville wants to hear about the kid that grew up playing violin, that learned theory and learned how to write songs. They want to hear about the guy that was like a part-time dirt farmer, that picked up a guitar when he was 20 years old.
8 nails.
Yeah. Strummed 3 chords and was like, "How's that?" And got signed to a record deal.
Attack Brian.
Yeah, pretty much. No, dude, I love these backstories. I love to hear about Gail Buda doing the Suzuki method, which makes total sense to me.
I was a Suzuki method guy.
See,
that was my
that was my next question.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have that. They put me in a little tuxedo with soundtracks and made me drive around in a Winnebago and sing at Girl Scout conventions.
I still need to see pictures and videos
It's
of that.
so bad.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom, but damn.
I went to
It's 101 how to get picked on in grade school. It really is.
I ended up going to college I ended up playing trumpet in the band, got a scholarship. And,
Is there anything else you don't play? Just name off the ones you don't play. Yeah, that'd probably be better,
man,
right?
I can fake my way through. Again,
You're just
I can
musically acclimated.
fake my way through most things.
Yeah.
I can play well enough to make people that don't play think I can play.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now, if I pick up a guitar in front of, a Nashville session player, they're going to know. They're going to know real quick that I don't really know what I'm doing, but I kind of do.
Yeah.
Do you think you know in your head though? Like when I'm playing, I'm like, this sounds great, and then I hear it recorded. I'm like, wow, that sounds like shit. My timing is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, my right hand just does not do well.
See, that's the one thing. My timing, because over the years, because I do a lot of writing and recording, I have recorded thousands of guitar points by this point in my career. So I can play to a click.
You do well, bro.
I can play to a click.
You're a great guitar player.
Well, thanks.
And you're an amazing songwriter.
Just keep it down there keep it cowboy chords, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't travel up the neck.
No, there's no
There's
money.
no reason up
No
there.
money up there.
No. That's just gratification. It's like masturbating.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
do you want to expound on that?
masticating.
I'd like to take this moment to say hi to my kids. Thanks for listening.
They'll figure
Daddy
it out.
loves you.
They'll figure.
Sorry about David. Yeah.
It's natural. Everybody does it. It's fine. It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Yeah.
But talking about the story that Nashville loves to hear, so I ended up going to college for I thought I was gonna be a small town music minister in a small church. That was my plan.
So the Lord and music.
That was
Gotcha.
that was the plan. And then I got to college and read a book by a guy named Bob Briner that was called Roaring Lambs, and the book was about like why is the only thing that a Christian man can do is become a missionary or a preacher or a music minister?
Yeah.
Why can't the first baseman for the Braves? Why is that not a job for Christian men? Why couldn't rock stars and all this other sort of stuff? I have never gone back and reread that book because I'm really scared to, because if it doesn't hold up, I based a whole lot of my life on this book. So
Well, you got out of what you needed to, and I think you've done very well at it.
And I took a songwriting class in college, and pretty quickly was identified as like, hey, this might be something that you want to.
That's awesome, dude.
You might want to look into.
Was this a Brad Crisler class?
No, a guy, Bob Garfrerick, taught it, and then at the end of the semester, Chad Green, and who used to work at ASCAP, and Bob Doyle's son, Mike Doyle.
Mike, yeah.
They came down at the end of the semester and did like we did like a showcase where we played songs and they graded us on our Nashville readiness quote, which was funny.
Yeah.
But so I just kind of flat out asked the guys. I was like, well, they gave me good feedback, and I said, well, is this something? I mean, should I consider moving to Nashville and being a songwriter? And they were like, yeah, we think you probably should.
Yeah.
So then I did. I moved to Nashville and got here, and neither one of them would pick up the phone. And
Nice. Yeah. Welcome to Nashville.
Come on down, buddy.
How old were you when you moved to
lunch.
Nashville?
I was 22 years old.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I met my wife when we were in college. She graduated. We got married and moved to Nashville within like 3 weeks of each other.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a great plan. No stress whatsoever.
Oh, it was crazy. I had done a studio class there with a hit writer named Walt Aldridge, who's from the Shoals area.
Yeah, amazing.
Who's amazing. He wrote, he wrote songs for Reba. He wrote The Hardest Thing I'll Ever Have to Do Is Holding Her and
Yeah.
Loving You. He wrote
Bonnie and Clyde
Modern Day
for
Bonnie and
Travis,
Clyde. So I, at the end of the semester, still had to do an internship. So I said, hey, Walt, I'm thinking about, I need this internship. Can I intern for you? And he goes, well, you can, but I think I'm going to move to Nashville. And I said, well, funny you should mention that. I think I might move to Nashville too. So I totally called his bluff. Like he tried to get out of it. Got him. So I moved to Nashville and interned for Walt Aldridge for a summer, which was really cool. I was like, organizing his catalog. So I had access to every song he had ever written. And
Yeah.
but this whole story, I tell it to, it's funny. My first publishing meeting that I ever had, Walt had an office that was just across the street from Cal 4 Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught Billy Lynn in the parking lot one day and said, hey, I'm working for Walt here. Like, would you sit down and listen to some of my songs? He goes, okay, we'll drop by next week. So I show up for my first ever publishing meeting with a resume that I've printed off
Yeah,
that
you
has
did.
like all of my high school. I was like National Honor Society.
Yeah.
It's printed on that good paper. That
Yeah,
good
the
paper
good
was like
thick.
the
The
dude,
crane.
embossed at the
like
top.
cardstock.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I walk in and I hand him my resume, and he looked at me like I had grown a second head. He goes, "Okay, great. Well, you got any songs I can listen to?" And yeah, so that meeting didn't really pan out. Yeah.
Did it go?
No, I really thought that was the way. I was like, it's a job, right? I'm going in for a job interview. I'm going to show up with a resume.
You went above and beyond, bro.
I went way beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could even do a resume right now. I don't.
I would love to read your resume.
Man, I don't know. It would be awful. Well, what is this?
dump truck.
Where did you work last? Dump truck?
Dump truck.
Oh, what's your favorite color? Dump truck. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So you what was your first publishing deal?
So my first, so I did, I moved to town. I did an ASCAP workshop. I did all the NSAI stuff. I did all tried to go about it the right way.
Yeah.
That's been another big theme. My granddad gave me that work ethic when I was a kid that like there's a right way to do things. And the right way, there's no reward for good behavior in Nashville. Like it's like,
If Morgan Wallen has taught us anything.
Right.
Oh my gosh. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did the whole, did the workshops and went around and sat in people's meeting, sat across the desk from people that would listen to my songs and just be like, okay, cool. Well, keep going and let us know how it's going, and you can only hear that so many times before you're ready to go stand in traffic. And, and then,
I know how you feel.
then my wife and I were pregnant with our first child, and I decided, well, hey, we gave this thing, a 4 or 5 year run. It's time to, I was substitute teaching. I was working at Best Buy. I was answering the switchboard at LP Building Products, just anything to get by.
Which
And
Best
then,
Buy did you work at?
I worked at the one in, down in like towards Antioch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I worked at the one in Cool Springs when I
Did
was in
you?
college.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I worked in the media department, which now I don't even think exists anymore. I stocked
Does Best Buy
CDs and DVDs.
I
and-
worked at
No,
when I
they
worked
didn't.
at Best Buy. I worked with Trevor Rosen from Old Dominion. I worked in the
Really?
back doing inventory, and he was selling TVs.
No shit.
Yeah,
I'll be damned.
Yeah, we go way back.
I haven't been
Nice.
to Best Buy in years. Open box. Love their open box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get a good discount with the open box.
Yeah, I loaded a used refrigerator that Trace Adkins bought
Huge
into his truck one time.
refrigerator?
Used refrigerator. It was a smaller one.
Yeah.
Kind of like, the taller ones.
Trace Adkins has a small refrigerator.
He did back
That
in
makes no sense.
2003.
I would assume he had big food.
It was probably his like beer fridge in his garage.
Yeah.
It's kind of refrigerator it would
Just
have been.
one beer
Yeah.
for his huge hands.
Yeah.
His mittens, banana
I
fingers.
have a pretty good. We're going to get to a Trace Atkins
God,
story
I
here in a
can't
minute.
wait.
Yeah.
I've
it's
heard
coming.
a few. They're amazing. So
So I
you were like, I'm done.
Well, I went to get a real job. So I went to this, I signed up for this company where I was selling office supplies, just cold call, business to business. I mean, you want to talk about some soul sucking work.
RJ Young.
I mean, I would show up and I would try to get people to buy a box of paper from me so that I could get them the catalog for our thing. And it was and I would go out and I would work my butt off all morning and then go to lunch and then just sit in my car and stare out the window. Just be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I did that for not too long, a couple of months, and realized that this was not the way I wanted to spend my life. And so I started teaching guitar lessons and left that. And then right after I left, a guy that had worked at that same company called and said, "Hey man, we never really got the chance to talk about it when you were here, but I have a buddy over in Berry Hill that has a studio. I'd love to introduce you guys. I hear you do some music, and maybe you could, maybe y'all could do some work together."
That's good.
So he introduced me to Jamie Tate, who Jamie Tate ran the Ruckus Room
Yeah.
in Berry Hill, which was a studio that was just a hotbed for every demo coming out of town. And
Yep.
Jamie he took a liking to me and to what I did and decided just to kind of on paper create a publishing company. And
No shit.
sort of he paid for my demos and paid a little draw, and we had no pluggers, no support staff, no, just it was kind of like, hey, go figure it out.
Yeah.
Which,
I get you.
which I'm forever thankful for, because he threw me a lifeline that
Kept you in the game.
has kept me in the game, and that was the last time that I have not been working in music. I've
that's
been
great.
working in music since he gave me that opportunity. So
I've never
awesome.
heard anything like that. I've heard some
Because Jamie's
odd,
an engineer, and that's like
it's like
those
so,
two different worlds.
Yeah.
he loves music, he loves creativity, and
Well, you're a talented dude too. I mean, people see that. I knew that the first time I ever wrote with you.
Well-
You intimidated the shit out of me, honestly. Hey, for those of you who don't know, I mean, Adam is an absolutely master at his craft at songwriting, but he's one of the hardest people to write with because, and this is all good things.
I've had other people say,
Yeah,
I love
it's
writing
like-
with Adam, but man,
like,
make sure there's someone else good in the room too, because Adam's so good. I don't know if I can write with Adam.
No, to be
okay.
You're so cerebral in your writing, and I am just a blah 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 blah. Just say everything that's in my head because I got to get it out of there. But that you will take the little snapshots of things that you think that I've said that are good and put them with the plethora of your words and just come out with a verse. And I'm like, well, for the last half hour, I thought this dude hated my guts and wasn't paying attention to me.
He's so quiet.
And it's just, you're so good.
well,
At it.
thanks.
Thanks?
That's a
question mark?
yeah.
No, those are all really good things.
I mean, that's one of the things about myself that I'm not crazy about is I can go a little internal, and I'm a little bit of a pusher when it comes to songs. I really want to push the song in the room to be the best version of that song that it can be.
as you should.
Well, we're in the business of quality.
Well, yeah.
What? You sound like you're a supermarket.
Someday those, I think the really great guys are the ones that can really shape and hone a song that way, but everybody feels good when they walk out of the room. And I used to have a friend that I had a friend that used to say that my motto was, you can either like me or we can write a good song.
I like that.
And it's great, dude. We've come out with some amazing songs with you. And
If there are any potential co-writers listening to this, I promise to be on my best behavior.
it's not that at all. And it sounds worse than it is.
Well,
No, but
and to be honest, people don't always like to be pushed,
Yeah.
especially, some of the younger artists who have not been around long enough to be secure in their own skin. And so, if you start kind of pushing back for them, if you try to push past the first line that they throw out, sometimes they'll sort of, they'll bristle at that.
Where will Timmy's feelings go?
Well, you look at the old dudes, the old school dudes back in the day, they would just flat out tell you you're fucking stupid.
Harlan Howard.
Harlan Howard would have burned you with cigarettes,
I mean, you had to show up for rights with like something strong enough that that the other person was not just going to get up and walk out.
Exactly. And if you didn't come in with an idea or something, they wouldn't do it.
And I'm not saying that's better. Like I don't think that's a good way for it to be. I am a lover of the craft of songwriting, and it's really hard for me to go like, that line's to just let lines slide that I know could be better.
No, absolutely.
But I'm learning how to get better at that.
No, and that's why you're great, because you don't settle for stuff, and it's improved my writing just being around you.
Well, that's a very nice thing for you to say,
dude.
After you throwing me under the bus 2 minutes ago,
I did not throw you under
That's
the bus.
how David operates.
I just said you were intimidating the first time. And then you figure. Here's the thing: you go into rights, and every writer is. I mean, there's a few categories you can put them into. There's the diarrhea mouth guys that I cannot stand. It's like, man, you don't have to say everything that you think of: turtles and squirrels and snorkels. You don't have to. And then there's the guys that are a little below that, but everybody writes a little differently.
Right.
And you find a blend of people like, I think we write well together.
Sure.
There's guys
Adam's
that I
not
write
so sure.
well together. Not anymore. No more dates for you. And there's certain people that are my friends that, no, I don't want to write with you. It's like pulling fingernails. We can go have a beer after and hang out, but I don't want to. I can't stand right with you. I love you as a person, but no.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is, and everybody has a different writing style.
I've started over the years to see myself as a song mechanic.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's like, there's 2 or 3 people in the room, and you've got the vibe guy, and you've got the guy throwing out a bunch of lines, and it's creating all these parts.
Yeah.
And, I feel like my role in the room a lot of time is to go, oh, this part fits here, and this part fits here.
You're so
This
good
is
at
really
that.
cool. And that's what I get excited about.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, while I'm sitting there trying to figure out where the parts are going, the other person's going like, well, I guess he doesn't like any of my lines. So, yeah.
But Adam does. Adam will tell you later when the song's over with, because he will maybe use an and or a but or a there or a thee or they or something. Right. I don't know. Some pronouns.
Very generic word.
Yeah.
Our dearly departed friend Kyle Jacobs used to say that I was going into my brain closet. Yeah.
Sounds like something.
Adam's in his brain closet again.
Yeah.
God, I miss him, but I don't. Oh, I do. God, I remember we went to watch The Avengers, and there was a time where we would go there in Green Hills at the movie theater. There was a bistro 1, 2, 3 or something. It was a little French.
What was it called? Table 13?
Table 13.
Yeah.
But they had a French bistro on one side of it, with all the croissants and the cinnamon rolls and the blah, 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 whatever the Paris people are eating right now.
Yeah.
And then the other side was this great restaurant, and they had a duck burger.
Oh, my God, the duck burgers.
I miss it so much. It was like ribeye and duck mixed together in this just heart-stopping,
bro, like
just amazing
you
nugget
would never
of
think
goodness.
a duck burger would be as good, but dude, that duck burger
with the little palm frites, which is French for tiny fries.
Oh my gosh!
But we would eat that, and we would have a couple Jack Daniels. And I remember Kyle, we went in, and this is just this huge action movie. I mean, I think you were there.
Yeah, it's the very first Avengers movie that came
and
out.
Everybody's fired up, theater's packed, everybody's screaming, and at one point we look over and Kyle is just just fucking out, dude. It's like, how are you asleep through this amazing spectacular of a movie?
I remember you laughing so hard at certain parts. Like I think it was Hulk smash.
Dude,
You're like,
when Hulk grabbed Loki and starts smashing him by the feet,
Yeah.
I almost passed out. I laughed so hard. It caught me
That's
so
right.
off guard.
I totally forgot Kyle passed out in that movie.
Yeah.
My favorite, you especially will appreciate this. My favorite thing to do when I was hanging out with Kyle is like after a show or something, people would be coming up and shaking our hands, and I love to introduce Kyle to people, and Kyle had this beautiful resume of like all these, giant hit songs and all that.
Yeah.
And I would 100% of the time go, "Have you met my friend Kyle Jacobs? He's the guy that wrote Donkey."
Wow. Okay. That's fun. Pick
Now
on
you
the
can
slow
pass
kids.
that torch on to David.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude. God. I still
What a true classic.
I still to this day have never played that in a writer's round.
What?
Never have.
Please do it
make
the
that
next
happen.
one.
Why?
Why not? You do Miyagi.
Because Miyagi is amazing.
Yeah, so is Donkey.
Yeah. I don't know.
Superlatives are hard to come by in this business. So if you end up on a list,
Yeah. Oh, I ended up on
that-
some lists with
If that
song.
song had gone number one, you would be playing it at every ride around.
I would be just rubbing money all over myself. Dude, we had already bought, we'd already bought a house and everything. It was like, this is
it.
gold.
oh yeah,
This
you
is
put
it.
stuff on credit.
I mean, Gary Overton was the president of Sony, and he was fired up, and they made this video, and it was awful. They were talking about it the other day. Have you heard of the video? There was a video.
I don't think I've seen the video.
It was online for like 34 seconds. And it was these girls, these aliens land and come into this bar and shoot people, and their heads would turn into donkeys with the laser gun. And then at the end, they shoot Jared in the crotch, and his head stays the same. But
His
then
crotch turned into
to a
a
donkey.
Yeah.
That was the video they chose.
That's high concept stuff there.
Death threats over that song.
the ruiner of country music.
Yeah, it was the most played club song of that year.
Everybody listen to this. If you haven't heard it, should go stream it.
It's so
Jared Neiman,
awesome.
Donkey. Google it.
Yeah,
Do it.
gonna ride that donkey down to the honky tonky. It's gonna get funky.
Yeah, I couldn't harmonize the donkey
Yeah,
part.
did all the backgrounds.
Yeah,
all the
David
donkey noises.
sang the donkey parts.
Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, we had already. Kyle and I were going to be neighbors. I was going to move to Green Hills, buy the log cabin across from his house.
Yeah.
And we were going to hang out. And,
Life was going to be so good.
Sony, thanks Sony. Thanks Sony. It's Sony's fault.
Do you think Neiman still plays it?
I think he took it out of the set finally.
But he did for a while.
Yeah, I watched him play it a bunch of times.
Yeah, he used to make JR wear the donkey head.
Yeah, J.R. McCoy would wear the donkey head, and he was like, "I hate you for that." J.R. was like, "I gotta wear that stupid thing every show." I'm like, sorry, bro.
It's part of the gig.
It really is. So you did this Ruckus Room publishing deal for a while. How long did
and
that
it was,
last?
I mean, I was there for 5 years or more, probably a little longer than that, and it kind of got to the point with that deal where our original contract had run up.
Oh.
But it was just like, hey, I'll just keep writing songs if you'll just keep paying me, and it was like, cool. So we just kind of had this open-ended, this thing going on, which was great, and I can't emphasize how grateful I am for that time and for the faith and hope that he put in me and all that kind of stuff. And then I was producing an artist when I was there, and she got a meeting with Curb Records at one of their Wednesday morning meetings to pitch her songs for the record. Mm-hmm. So, me producing the project, she said, well, why don't you come along? We'll take this meeting and, we'll see if there's any songs. So we listened to songs. I think Tiffany Goss was running the meeting that morning. Mm-hmm. And, we listened to several songs. And then the artist had to, split and run. She had, a doctor's appointment or something to make it to. And Tiffany goes, well, have you got anything you can play us? Play something that you've worked on lately. Yeah. So I pulled out an acoustic guitar and just acoustic in the room played a song.
Black Sheep, right?
A song called Black Sheep, which to this day has...
I haven't.
Killer.
I've heard this story.
It's still,
the song is amazing.
It's still never been recorded. I think I may record it myself and just put it out because I talk about it all the time. But I played this song, and Tiffany goes, "Hey, do you have a demo of that?" And I said, "Well, I've got just like a guitar vocal." She said, "Well, send it to me." So I sent that to Tiffany. Well, Tiffany, while we're sitting in the room, it all kind of happened real time, which was crazy. She sent it to Brice.
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Hey, you need to hear this song." And so Lee Brice calls Drew Alexander, who was who was running Curb Publishing at the time, and kind of says, "Hey, there's some guy in your conference room. You should probably sign him." So
did he say you better sign him or I'm going to sign him? Something to that effect.
There was some
There's
conversation.
lore behind this.
There was some conversation, and then Drew and Lee ended up talking about doing some sort of co-publishing deal where Lee Brice was involved and Curb was involved, and so that which began the next chapter of my career,
the longest contract negotiation period of all time.
How
absolutely.
long was it?
Somewhere in the vicinity of 18 months.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And so at some point towards the beginning of that, Adam decided to grow the contract beard.
So I was coming into the office. And,
do you remember this?
No. Oh, I'll have to show you.
I wasn't here at this time.
I'll show you a picture when we're done.
Okay.
But I was coming into the office to write, but like just the ink wasn't, we didn't have the contract signed. So eventually I just was like, Drew, I'm tired of walking in every day and asking how the contract's doing. So here's what I'm just not going to shave until we get the contract done. And when you see me come in here looking scraggly, you'll know that, that's right, we're supposed to be getting this contract.
Yeah.
And I thought, how long could it possibly last? We'd already been negotiating for 9 months at this point.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Ooh, son.
So 9 months later.
Adam's got that thick beard, too.
Dude.
So
you
he's a beard grower.
You had a baby on your face, basically.
I woke up with a crick in my neck one morning because I had rolled over on my beard in my sleep.
Wow.
Do you still have a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
18 months.
He was like Jamie Johnson.
Oh,
and then the funny part,
The Hobbit.
yeah. Well, the funny part of that was everybody I wrote with during that year, I had to reintroduce myself to the following year when I shaved my beard because they didn't know who I was.
Oh, this must be amazing.
We'd be like on the bridge of a song and they would go, "Hey, wait a minute. Did you have to have a big long beard?"
Oh, you're the same guy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That was fun. Not at the time, but looking back on it, we can laugh.
It's a great story looking back.
It's the story that people want to hear.
I enjoy it more than my wife enjoys it. But
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long were you here at Curb?
I was here for, I think, 6 years. I think it was 1 + 3. And then during COVID, my contract ran up and we just did like a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly. It was
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Was Hello World in that?
Hey, world.
Hey World.
Hey World. I meant Hello.
Yeah.
Hey World.
So that record, that Hey World record, was the first record cycle that kind of came around when I was signed to Lee and Curb.
Gotcha.
And so I had 3 songs on that record.
Yeah.
I had a song. I had Hey World, which is the title track. I had a song called More Beer, which we thought was going to be a single, and instead it was a Yuengling commercial. So
Hey,
There's that. And
dingle,
then-
dangle, yingle, yangle.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
And then I had a song called "If You" that is just real immature and
That's a fun song.
yeah.
That's one of those ignorant beer drinking
Are you
songs.
describing Lee or the song?
This is just the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song was one of those things that we were writing on a tour bus at about 2:00 in the morning, just making ourselves giggle. The next thing I know, it's on the record.
He's cut it.
Yeah.
I got nauseous when you said 2:00 on the tour bus with Lee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've
I've
talked,
seen.
PTSD.
We've talked a little bit about our relationship with him.
I've seen a lot of sunrises on that tour bus.
And it's
He's the only person who can make a sunrise look shitty.
and then he just goes in and goes to sleep. It's fine.
Like the little whiskey badger that he is.
Little whiskey badger. Just
I was actually just out with him this past week, and we hit the end of the run. We got to Sunday, and the bus was going to go on to like West Coast or whatever, and I was going to fly home.
mm-hmm.
And Lee was like, "Man, why don't you just cancel your flight and you can just hang out the rest of the just hang out for the rest of the." And I was like, "I have to go home and go to sleep."
Can't do it.
I love you, but I like to live.
Can't do it. He's just a different animal. I can't. I used to be able to hang with him more, but now I enjoy my life.
But you slowed down, and he kept
I slowed down,
staying at the same
and
speed.
He just,
Yeah.
and he's like juggernaut.
Yeah.
I thought I loved songwriting until
That fool. Gosh.
Lee Brice loves writing songs more than any other person on the earth. It's all he
Agreed.
wants to do.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He was my like introduction into writing retreats.
Mm-hmm.
Like the very first one I ever went on, he was the guy, the artist. And just watching his work ethic, like, you know how he is. I mean, as soon as you get there, he's like, all right, gear, set up the gear. Let's start getting some stuff going. He's picking up the guitar. He's working.
Yeah.
And it's work. Maybe like a break, bathroom break, work. All right, we're going to go enjoy the sunset, come back, work till 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And he wakes up and it's just all over again.
Yeah.
And then I remember the first retreat I went on without Lee, I was like, man, everybody is a bunch of slackers. Like, this is not how you do writing retreats.
No.
It's like, where's the work ethic? People are like, oh, we wrote 2 songs today. It's like, okay, well, you're supposed to get 8.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Rosemary.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a house with it was 3 different levels, and each level was a group of writers, and Lee would go in between every level of the house all day long. And just not like just checking in. He would jump in and work for half an hour, 45 minutes, make the song better, go back upstairs, do that again up there, go back downstairs, do that again down there, come back up, do that again. And this was for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days straight.
Yeah.
And
Like 16-hour days.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the last day I just looked at him and I just I don't even care anymore. Don't
Don't look at me.
Don't
talk to me.
care. Don't let me go. Just let me go.
So we had an opportunity. I had an opportunity with Lee and some other people a few years ago to fly down and hop on a mutual friend's boat.
Oh,
And
boat.
I mean, it's a 120-foot boat, but it's a boat.
Does it rhyme with
It's
yacht?
not a Bass
Right.
King.
It's a lot of boat.
Yeah.
It is several layers of boat. And so, we're out on this boat, hanging and riding, and we're just riding like crazy. We're riding like madmen.
Yeah.
And then finally we take a break, and I remember sitting there next to Lee, and we're just out, on the deck looking up at the sky and the sun shining, and he goes, yeah, we should probably get back to work. And I said, yeah, maybe then one day we can enjoy being on a boat somewhere. And,
I always love that story of when he's trying to pull you out of the bunk to keep riding, and you're like,
Oh
No.
yeah! This was day 3 of just an all-out Lee fest on the road. I was on the bus with him, and it was just me and Lee and Philip Lammons,
okay.
and that was it on the bus. And I mean, we had I'd run my boat aground. I was dry docked. I was done, and I got up, and it's just 4 in the morning, and I'm like, I have to go now. I said, I have to go. I'm going to die. I see. And I get in the bunk, and I'm in there 15 minutes, and I'm so close to shutting it down, almost asleep, and the curtain flies open, and here's Lee. Hey, man, I got it. I was like, let me stop you right there. I said, just take my name off of it. I don't care anymore. You got to let me go to sleep. I'm done. He goes, okay.
So Billy Montana and I were out once, and we wrote
hard candies.
Hard candy, Billy Hard Candy.
We wrote for 14 straight hours on one song.
I believe it.
And I crawl up into my bunk. It's 3 a.m. and I get this text from Lee.
He's a psycho.
And I look at it and he goes, guys, we got it wrong. This isn't a song about a father and a son. It's a song about a father and a daughter. And I just go, ha, 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 click, and go to sleep. And then I wake up the next morning and find out he's serious. And it's the closest I've, been to
Strangling another man.
losing a fist fight.
Man,
That big bear.
Oh shit. Bless it.
Oh wait, you just reminded me of something. Wasn't There was a run
no.
where you
Okay.
you achieved a green guitar. What was this story?
I was hoping we were going to skate by without this.
No,
one.
you just totally jogged my memory when you said that.
So we were on the tour bus, and this was towards the beginning of my tenure writing
Yes.
for Lee.
Tenure.
And it was a time when
You know, when everybody's trying to impress Lee and show them they're really great songwriters. So you were saying?
So we're on the bus after the show. Lee has a giant tray of sushi delivered for him and the band.
Uh-huh.
And there's about a plum-sized ball of wasabi sitting on this tray.
Shit. See where this is going.
And Lee kind of looks up and says, all right, I'll give somebody $500 to eat that ball of wasabi. And this was at a time
Daddy needed $500.
$500 was a lot of money to me. So I did not break eye contact with him. And I reached down and grabbed the ball of wasabi
You badass.
and put it in my mouth.
How did that feel?
And he said, keep it down for 10 minutes. And I'll give you $500.
Wait, you were supposed to get $500 for eating it.
Well, he said I had to keep it down for 10 minutes. All
it's
right.
a least stipulation.
So I swallowed
Did you like chew it up, or did you just go straight swallow
I straight swallowed about a quarter of it,
because it was so big?
and my throat seized up, and I could not swallow anymore. So I'm just sitting there holding it in my
You
mouth.
are not.
Oh yeah.
No.
Until like my body goes, okay, well I guess you're not dying. We'll let you swallow some more of it. So
Cowboy.
yeah. So I get
I
it
can
down.
feel that burn right now,
Oh,
just
dude.
thinking about it.
So I finally get it down, and I make it my 10 minutes, and he goes, I'll give you an extra $100 if you can keep it down another 10 minutes. And I was just like, absolutely not. Absolutely
straight
not.
back up.
And somewhere behind a facility in Ohio is a patch of grass that will never grow again. But
Oh shit!
yeah, and it turns out, did you know that you can singe off your taste buds? They just won't work anymore?
Did not.
Well, neither did I. And then
You did not.
Just from wasabi, not even like something hot, like actually burning your.
so the next day,
You killed your taste buds.
the next day, Lee goes, man, there's this burger place that's supposed to be great. I'm going to get us these burgers. And so I took a bite of this burger, and I was out with Lee and Brian Davis, and they're both going, oh my God, this is the best burger we've ever had. I can't believe how good this is.
I can't.
I was like, guys, I don't know what you're talking about. This tastes like cardboard. And then I slowly start to figure out, wait. And so I just take salt and pour it on my finger, lick it off. Nothing.
So it's like you have COVID.
I had no taste at all whatsoever. Wow. But then I start looking into it, and like your taste buds die and grow back like once a week.
Yeah.
So for like 3 or 4 days, I couldn't taste anything.
I wouldn't think just wasabi would do that, but wow.
Well, I can tell you with firsthand.
Oh, dude, I 100 will trust your judgment on that. I will not try that myself.
Yeah, so I got back on the bus that night, and I said, guys, I'm just going to lay down for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be right back with you.
Yeah.
About 24 hours later, I emerged from my bunk.
Yeah.
But you were talking about the guitar, the cool part of the story, and to show you what a generous sweetheart Lee Brice is. He
Film down.
yeah, I know. He goes, all right, well, what are you going to do? Oh, before that, he has to call his tour manager and be like, hey, buddy, can you bring $500 cash to the bus? And he's like, he's like, why? And Lee's like, let's just call it the Wasabi Challenge.
Write that in the ledger.
So get in here.
Yeah.
So Lee goes, so Lee goes, what are you going to do with your money? And I was like, you know what? I was like, there's this green Gretsch hollow body, and I think that would probably be a pretty good way to commemorate the Wasabi Challenge.
Yeah.
So he goes, oh, that's cool. Show me a picture of him. So I showed him a picture of it. And then about 2 days later, he called and said, hey, meet me at Tin Roof this afternoon. And I walked into Tin Roof, and he handed me the guitar.
Oh,
what a guy.
I know,
what a
right?
sweetheart.
And then he handed one to Brian Davis just for being on the trip. And I was like,
That's
hold
horse
up.
shit.
Fuck you, Brian Davis. Freeloader. Get the fuck out of here.
That's bullshit.
We hate you, Brian Davis. Oh.
Yeah, so stupid.
But I got a truss rod cover made for the guitar that says Wasabi. And,
Did you really?
oh, dude, I love it.
Oh, dude. That's amazing.
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Dude, that's a core memory of,
100%.
of this life that we live, which is it's an interesting one. It's a very blessed one.
Very different.
I can't believe that I still do what I do for a living. And we go in and make stuff up, and we get paid to do it. We get paid to play the lottery, basically.
Yeah.
Is our life. And that right there is a perfect representation of how stupid we are,
the perfect,
but yet how fortunate we are.
The perfect bow on it was when Cody LaBelle, Lee's engineer, goes to get some wasabi and goes. Goes to get some sushi and goes, well, sure would be nice to have some wasabi.
In only Cody fashion.
Yeah.
We're going to meet at Shades at 1024.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, wow.
Volcano shrimp.
So where are you now?
Now I am at Spirit
Music.
So
Huh.
I'm over there with Frank Rogers and Derek Wells and those guys.
Still a co-venture with Lee.
Nice.
As am I.
Yeah.
We both are. Me and you and Brian Davis. And, I don't know. Jared, is he now? I don't know. That's what I heard.
I don't know.
Something. That
Lee's all over the place.
He is. He's in Montana right now. We were supposed to have a meeting on Monday, and Enzo was like, hey, so Lee decided to stay in Montana. I'm like, cool. That's
must be
fun.
nice.
It must be nice to be up there with Dave and Lori. And
probably enjoying that 70-degree weather.
Standing in the stream, casting it. Cutthroats.
Mending that line.
Mending the line.
Yeah.
Have you fly fish?
I love to fish. I've never spent much time fly fishing, and I've had 2 opportunities now to go to this place in Montana and have not been able to make the trip. I've been invited twice and haven't been able to go. So.
Yeah.
Well, one time I had to go home and recover from a riding trip, and then the other one I was going out to play a show that like fell through at the last minute or something like that. I definitely I can't wait to make it out there,
dude. Meadows on Rock Creek is what we're talking about. We did a little thing up there. I can call it a rider's retreat and whatever, and it's unreal. You walk out your front door in your cabin, and you're in like some of the best trout fishing in the world.
I feel like I'm the only person I know who hasn't had a chance to go yet. So,
but fly fishing, it's zen. Yeah. I mean, I spin cast. I love all fishing. I crappie fish. I jug fish for catfish. I just any of it, man. I'm all about it. Yep. Same, but fly fishing you definitely need to try. I think you would do well at it.
I think I would enjoy it.
I think
sure.
you would too. How is Spirit?
Spirit's great. I mean, we're just trying to do the thing, same as always.
Do all the things.
Do all the things. World domination.
Nice. Well, you got
3 minutes at a time.
What do you got that you're excited about over there right now?
Right now, I'm in the same shoes as a lot of people are. Lee's record's coming together, so it's just kind of waiting to see what I have. A couple of things on there that I'm excited about.
Just waiting to see.
A song on there that I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. It's recorded. We'll see if it ends up on the record. But a song called "Old Men" that we were talking about. About our buddy, Kyle Jacobs earlier. I kind of wrote about the experience of losing him a couple years ago.
Oh my gosh, I remember this song now. You sent it to us in a group chat.
It's unreal.
So good.
I cried.
So Lee has ended up.
Forgot about that song.
He's recorded it, and I think it's going to be the last song on the record. But I'm not holding anybody to that. Stuff happens, but that's the plan as of now, as far as I know.
Chills.
Well, if he doesn't put that on the album, I'm going to take his knees out. Tanya Harding.
He's so stupid. Tanya Harding, really?
Yeah. It's the Olympics. I had to do it.
Yeah. Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Normally, I mean, it's probably really bad. It's really bad form to talk about cuts that haven't come out yet. But it's the only reason I mention it is because it's one I'm excited about that I'm wanting people to hear when it comes. I'm excited for people to hear.
It's on there, dude. It has to be. That song's amazing. Did you write that by yourself?
I did.
God, you loser.
You suck so bad.
I wrote that one, and really, I was just going to put it out by myself.
Yeah.
Just because it was just, I actually felt a little guilty about writing it. And then I played it out one night at a show and started getting a lot of messages from people that were at the show that were talking about how they had recently lost someone or had been through a similar sort of situation and wanted to know where they could get a version of the song. Mm-hmm. So I actually called Lee and said, "Hey man, I think I'm just going to go to the studio if you're cool with it and record this song and put it out." He has a studio, and I was like, "Can I use your studio to do this?" And he said, "Sure." He said, "Send me the song. I'd love to hear it." And then about 10 minutes, he called back and goes, "Hey,
you
buddy,
because I'm gonna do it."
He was actually really cool. He goes, "Hey man, you still, if that's still what you want to do, I'm totally cool with that, but it sure would sound good on my record." So
I don't get those calls.
You got to write songs like that, man.
I wish I could.
So make sure
The mechanic, man.
make sure this podcast comes out just after his record comes out, and it's not on there. Like it did not make the record.
Yeah, I remember I had another song on there until you wrote that song. That's great. Thanks. Appreciate that. My kids don't need to eat too. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. They can have Reese's medals.
Dude, they can have all the candy they want.
Yeah, I'm just going to come in here and just take candy. We
never
have
run
type
out
2
of candy.
diabetes, but it's fine. I'll get some Wegovy.
It's food.
And I manage it well with another pill with the story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day's start.
God, I hope we don't have to pay royalty on that.
Man, we don't.
Good.
Yeah. I watch a lot of like Game
Commercials.
Show Network and commercials, and it's all about semaglutide right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite places to eat in Nashville?
Yeah.
Favorite places to eat in
Where do you
Nashville?
like to put stuff in your mouth?
Ooh, where don't I?
Touche.
Let's see. Oh man, I'm the worst to ask. I mean, I live east of town. I'm in Mount Juliet. We have like, I have 2 kids. Yeah, it's stuff like that when we get to go
Steak
eat.
and lobster.
Steam Boys is pretty tasty. Their dumplings are delicious.
Okay. Big fan of dumplings.
Cheddars.
Cheddars.
The fancy McDonald's.
Right.
Applebee's rich brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had a better answer, but it's
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm a big foodie.
I enjoyed like nice food. My wife has no interest at all in paying a lot of money for food. I tried. We were going to go for our anniversary. I was going to take her to Etch, and then we looked up the menu, and it's like, well, would you like to pay $100 for the duck fat confit, or what? Like, there's foam involved and all this kind of stuff. Yeah,
Wow.
and she was like, what's good?
Frothy.
Chicken fingers. So,
Wow.
So I think we went to Zany's instead.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. We took
you
turn.
only saved $300.
I know, right?
probably.
Yeah.
I will say that food in Nashville has gotten very,
It's off the
very.
chain.
Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't know.
Do kids say off the chain now?
The kids don't. I do.
I heard those little bastards are trying to get rid of the thumbs up emoji
Why?
because they feel like it's passive aggressive.
What?
Because they're stupid.
How's that passive aggressive?
I don't know. Why is anything bad?
Mm.
Why are boobs good? Why is Posy track on them? Yeah, Joe Dirt. Come on.
Who was at Zany's? Do you remember?
I don't remember his
They
name.
must have
It was not. It was. I think it was
He
like
said
a.
Zaxby's.
No, I said Zany's.
He said Zaxby's in my head.
Because you were thinking about chicken fingers.
Sure was. You see what you did? You did the Mandela effect to me, right?
The guy doing the comedy routine at Zaxby's was real. was real off-putting.
I like to eat the chickens with the sauce.
Zaxby sauce.
Zaxby's. So I haven't been to Zany's in a long time.
I haven't either. I want to go.
We should do that. That should be an outing for Curb.
Yeah.
But just for like
For Curb?
me. Well, and
For me, you and Adam.
Yeah. But Curb should pay for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
I'm sure there'll be some element of music involved.
Yeah.
Sure.
I watched Mitch Hedberg and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. You actually got to see
I got
Mitch
to see
at Zany's.
Mitch at Zany's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. This was long. Well, it's before he died, of course.
Right.
Because if I saw him after he died, that would.
Last time I was at Zany's, I saw Bobby Pinson.
Oh, God.
Do you remember when he tried to do the comedy run?
Oh.
Were you there that night?
No.
I think I was with Brian Davis.
I heard
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Love you, Bobby. He's a
Hell of a
funny
songwriter.
dude. He is. He's funny, like
He's funny when he's not trying to be funny.
when he's not trying to be. I'm
He's hilarious.
like when we do listening room shows. We've done listening room shows together, and people are like, "You should do some stand up." I'm like, "No, that's a whole different animal."
Yeah.
Now it looks like Kiefer Thompson from Thompson Squares making a run at the
Kiefer's
comedy
dabbling
thing.
in it.
Yeah, I heard that too. I
haven't listened to his stuff.
I haven't either. He's a very cerebral person, so I would think that he may be. I don't know.
Not good.
Probably not.
Sorry, Kiefer, if you're listening.
Kiefer, I like you a lot. We talked in Hatworks the other day. It was fine.
Really?
Well, it's been a year and a half ago. But,
Okay. The other day.
the other day.
The other year.
Time is not relevant to me anymore.
No.
I'm not a slave to the time thing anymore. I don't listen to the TikTok or the I look on the TikTok.
You look on it. Yeah.
Do you do your socials? I mean, are you pretty involved in that stuff?
Do you dance on TikTok?
I have an Instagram basically just to like support, artists who cut my songs and stuff like that. Just to, I don't want to be, I want to be like, hey, congratulations, and let the world know, here's where you can hear my stuff.
You don't go in there and they're
Here's
like,
the
hey,
fish I caught.
Yeah,
I do actually put a lot of fish on there too.
Do you go in and they're like, selfie, wrote a smash today with banger today, wrote some fire today,
some hammers.
I can't.
Yes.
The writing, that stuff.
I did
can't,
try.
I can't.
If there were as many smashes and bangers and fire songs out there, then
I'll be honest. Some days, because when you're doing like demos and spending a lot of time in the studio, just days at a time go by when I don't see other people sometimes. And sometimes I just post on Instagram and just be like, by the way, I still exist.
I'm okay.
I'm
still here.
I'm fine.
I'm still here. If you would like to give me a thumbs up, it would make me feel like I've connected with a human person.
That's amazing.
Or you can check out the creepy ghost town that is my, Facebook music page that I haven't updated. And
Help me.
it is, there is a little bit of like, recognize this. I'm
Chewbacca
alive.
squirrel is coming to get me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a little bastard on my bird feeder earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feed the squirrels peanuts. They have a peanut ring and a little dish where I put sunflower seeds. And then the birds have two hanging bird feeders.
Yeah.
Those are bird feeders. It starts with a B, ends with a D, not an S, and whatever squirrel ends with. L, I guess. But there's one little bastard that gets on my bird feeder.
Yeah. The fat one. He just can't stop
No,
eating.
he's a little testosterone filled squirrel teenager, and he's a little jackass. And I'm not sure how he gets up there. I think it's from my lemon tree.
You need a BB gun.
Man, yeah, I guess I should.
Do you remember
Snipe him?
Kyle used to catch squirrels, and he would spray paint their tails green.
Twangtown Podcast does not condone.
And then he would go take them,
I
and
want to ask why.
and then he would take them to people's houses that he didn't like and drop them off in their yard.
How would he catch the squirrels?
Some trap, like the little squirrel traps. That you would use to catch like a possum or a raccoon.
Yeah,
He caught. At one point, he was on like number 114 for the year or something.
Are
like
you
that.
kidding
Yeah,
me?
And he
no, it
named
was-
every one of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
he painted their tails green.
He said he did. I don't know if he really did.
He for sure did.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past
I would not
him.
put it past him.
Yeah.
Color-coded squirrels.
So you should carry on that tradition and start
I
catching
don't-
the squirrls
man.
and relocating them to.
I don't want to
people's
catch
house.
a squirrel. Those little muscly bastards.
Well, no, he would keep it in the cage and he would drive in the truck
Uh-huh.
and then open the cage and
Yeah.
run away. All
Somehow
pissed
it
off.
would get out of that cage on me,
Yeah.
and it would eat me
I'm
up.
sure Jenna would love it if
I
you had
would-
a squirrel trap in your car.
She does not want me to trap the squirrels. She doesn't even want me to get mad at the squirrels that are hanging on the bird feeder. Oh, they're just hungry. No, they're little assholes. Yeah.
Those are for the birds, man.
Yeah. Where can people find you on your socials?
Instagram. You can find me at I think it's Adam N Wood. Like
Adam
N,
like you're
like the letter N.
Like
It
the
looks
letter.
like a damn wood.
It does look like that.
That's funny too.
My middle name's Newman, which was not a problem until Seinfeld made it a problem.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing just fine.
Oh,
Thanks, Jerry.
Did you see where the name Karen is likely going to die out
Really?
because of?
The connotation.
Yeah,
Yeah, my mom's name's Karen, and
it's terrible.
whole
Sorry,
thing's-
Mom.
I'm
been-
so sorry.
it's been hurtful.
but it's been hard on her. My mom's named Virginia, like the state.
Nice.
Actually, exactly like the state.
Oh, I've never heard anybody talk bad about a Virginia.
No,
I think your mom's going to be
Virginia
all right.
means it's state. What is it? What does it mean? State of weird people and asshole cops. I think that's the Native American translation. of
Oh,
Virginia.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I have a bunch of family out there in Newport News, Virginia. Hey, fam. But the state cops are just pure assholes. Yeah, pull me over. Yeah, take me to jail. Yeah, it's fine. I'll go.
You probably deserved it.
No. For karma, yes. Yeah, the Hindus speak of karma. Yeah, I don't know.
Can I, just as a point of pride,
Go
just
ahead.
knock on wood since you're talking about that?
Adam Wood.
I just want to say that I have never
Oh, don't do this.
in my
Whoa.
life
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You're gonna.
had a moving violation in a vehicle.
Wow.
Really?
Never once. Not a speeding ticket. Not a.
What? No parking tickets. No speeding tickets. No Deweys.
Not.
Wow.
I've been
You're like
pulled.
a unicorn.
I've been pulled over for not having my my registration renewed.
Did you get ticketed though?
I did get a ticket,
Oh, okay.
but I've never had a moving violation. I've never
Not like
moving
speeding
violation.
or reckless
Never-
driving.
Never once.
Wow.
That's good. It's like not having any cavities.
Yeah.
Perfect attendance.
I have been pulled over, but I was literally like on the way to, the police officer was like, "What are you in such a hurry for, son?" And I was like, "Well, I'm on my way to my granddad's house. He had a stroke and I'm trying to clean out his gutters before." And he was just like, "Just go. Just get out of my sight."
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a story. I might as well just let him go. Yeah. Have you ever spun a wheel of shame? Shame.
I feel like I wake up and spin a wheel of shame every day.
Oh, well, get your finger on that.
Yeah. Well, today is another day of shame.
Oh, what do you got? What do you got?
Let's see here.
What did you
What'd you
land
get?
on?
Pinch.
Oh,
Pinche pendejo.
pinche pendejo.
You know, we can't do that one. We're out of tequila.
Oh, well.
I haven't bought any new tequila, so you're gonna have to spin it again.
Sorry about it. We'll see y'all next time.
no,
No, that's not how this game
senor.
works.
We could have done something else, like,
Well, that's why he's spinning again.
Oh.
Truth or drink?
Oh, we haven't done this one in a while.
We haven't. It should just be
Drink or drink?
Yeah. Nobody ever chooses drink. Truth or drink. It makes no sense. All of our friends are going to tell the truth anyway. Right?
Right.
Okay.
All right, Adam. So I'm
gonna just
hold all these fancy cards out, and you're gonna pick one, but don't look at it and hand it back to me.
What is the drink
I
before
don't know. You'll say the truth anyway. You're a very truthful person.
Okay. Do your best or worst impersonation of David Tolliver. I promise to clap appreciatively.
Oh, really? I'm not a really good.
Really? I'm not a good.
Can you do a good impersonation of anybody?
That was a pretty good David Tolliver.
It was not. I don't sound like I'm. Don't sound like I got to poop. You got anybody that you do?
Thou shalt not pass. It's like Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Run, you fools.
I give it a C plus.
Okay. All right, I'll take it.
C plus. What are you doing over there?
Here, let's do this one. Wait, I don't like it.
Let's do this one, but I don't like it.
Truth until you drink.
Yeah, basically. Low battery. Really? You're just going to look through all of them?
Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one.
Here's a fun
What's something that you do that you wonder if other people do too, but don't know for certain?
one.
What's something I do that I wonder if other people do?
Yeah.
What's that? What was that old bit on SNL?
Like when you're alone?
Like the mindful thoughts. What was it?
Deep Thoughts by
Thoughts.
Jack Handy.
Yeah.
It takes a big man to laugh. It takes a big man to cry. It takes an even bigger man to laugh at that man. Deep Thoughts.
I have full-blown arguments with people that aren't there in my shower sometimes.
Same,
you're
bro.
telling them off.
Oh,
Same,
100%. Like I'll just like whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Do you do it to where you just say one thing that comes out? It's like you'll have this whole argument. And you're like, "Yeah, dude, and fuck you too," and it's like that's it.
I'm like writing dialogue for the movie of the fight I want to have.
Yeah.
You rehearse it, and you're like,
Yeah.
I got this thing down, and then it just never goes.
Yeah, turtles. Yeah,
Loud noises.
Yeah, I'm with you. I did the same thing.
See, other people do it
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, wait, it's time.
It's time. Now this is the initiation into the podcast.
So I'm a podcast listener.
Oh,
So I'm familiar with what's about to happen.
Are you happy about it?
Has anyone ever thrown up?
No.
No.
David's eyeball fell out.
My eyeball fell out.
Okay.
I had to put it
That's
back
it.
in.
We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
So
I have
we
a
have.
notoriously weak stomach.
Oh, if you can do the wasabi,
You ate a
whole ball
you
of
got
wasabi.
this.
Yeah, that's ever since then. I have a notoriously weak stomach.
David, get the trash can ready.
You're not eating this. It'll be fine.
So now we have the Atomic Rhino smelling
Atomic
salts.
Rhino.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off.
Okay.
You're gonna
And
put it
then
in
you're
your
going
butt.
to hold the bottle about right here, about the height of your chin,
Yeah.
and just go.
Yeah.
You know what I really want to do? It's not going to happen. I just really want to just body this thing and give you nothing. Just take it.
Well, if you knew Jared Mullins, he totally did that.
Did he really?
He smelled it
Multiple
4 or 5
times.
times and did not even flinch.
I've never
Jeez.
seen anything like it.
He's a harder man than I am.
Yeah. You're probably not going to do that.
No, probably not.
No.
Here you go. Get it up to your chin.
There it was. I got it at the end. I got it at the end.
Come
It
on.
burns.
Get a good one.
Sniff it.
Oh. Oh.
What is happening?
Oh. Look at this guy.
Like I've been hanging out in the pool all day.
I'm so impressed right
You
now.
want to go one more?
You'll see one more?
Go.
All right. This time, get it up on your nose and sniff in.
No, I mean, it's burning like
No,
crazy. I'm
No,
just not
get up
giving
in
you
there.
Sniff hard. There it is. Oh, I think I see a tear.
I got it. I got it.
Well played,
I
sir.
got it.
Wow. That's
Got
impressive.
nothing. Got
You
nothing
are
on-
a champion.
Atomic Rhino got nothing
God.
on me.
Smell it in the
You
room.
and Jared are better people than me because I
How did you do that?
rethought my life.
Dude, that's impressive.
Yeah. I
Did you
have
ever?
those-
Did you ever stand in the woods when it was like snowing when you were a kid and just be you're like shivering
Uh-huh.
and just go, "This is just my body telling me it's cold outside.
Uh-huh.
Don't shiver."
Yeah.
Dude, you're like David Blaine.
That's what I was like. I was like, "This is about to suck. Embrace the suck."
Yeah,
you know?
Embrace the suck.
There you go.
Harness the
That's
suck.
good. I have the same glasses.
Is that right?
Yep. Ray-Bans. Blue. Sure do.
These are not Ray-Bans. These are cheap Chinese knockoffs because
Oh, Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans are expensive.
Roy-Bans.
what is your other job besides writing songs?
Oh, I stole them from the store. They're not even really, they're just fake, you know.
Yeah, they're not prescription.
They were like 80% off. I had a coupon. I gave blood. Yeah. Dude, thank you for coming in here.
Yeah,
Thank
bro.
you for having me. I think we successfully.
Yeah.
I gave my entire story and didn't say one helpful thing for upcoming
I think
songwriters.
we did.
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you did. Man, I just do appreciate what you do, and you're one of the most talented people I've been in a room with.
Well, thank
and
you very much for saying that.
It's an honor to
Back at you,
call
buddy.
you friend, and it's good times. Colt, tell them where
bro.
they can find us.
Yes. Wow, that was so aggressive.
Yeah,
When you're ready.
I'm ready.
We now you got me laughing, asshole.
Yeah.
We're available on all streaming
We're
platforms.
available.
You can follow us on Facebook,
Follow
Instagram,
us.
and Twitter. Follow,
Follow.
share, subscribe,
Share, subscribe,
rate.
rate.
You can do all those things and help us out.
Come on, get on there. Tell us about it.
Is Sylvester
I
Stallone
don't
on the
know.
podcast?
I don't do. I mean, I'll do down there. It's like Arnold and Sylvester together.
Yeah, it's a deadly combo.
Yeah.
Adam, dude, thank you for putting
Thank
up
you.
with our shenanigans.
So this was a blast. Thanks for having me.
What's
thank you
that
for coming
place
on.
you like to go with all the stuff on the walls? Shenanigans. Ah!
I'll pistol whip the next son of a bitch. All right. Super Troopers.
See ya.
Bye.